Hello guys, this is Anuradha. Today I'll be teaching you about calculus. So what is calculus? We'll directly dive into it. So the first thing is that you have to know calculus consists of two parts, which is differentiation and integration. So we'll be learning about each one in detail. So first talk about differentiation. So what can I talk about differentiation? As you guys know that we'll be doing all the questions which is given in the NCERT. I'll be teaching you the concepts which you need for solving the questions which are given in the NCERT book class 12. So let's start. So what is differentiation? For first of all, starting with differentiation, we need to know the basic formula for differentiation, which is for example, you need to differentiate a variable x raised to n. You need to differentiate this variable. So for that, you're differentiating this variable with respect to what is the question over here. So with respect to what do you differentiate? Because you have to differentiate it with respect to x, because a variable is in terms of x, right? So d by dx of x raised to n. So you have to differentiate it with respect to x. So how do I know what will be the answer for this differentiation? So any variable which is in the form of x raised to n, say, the differentiated answer for that will be nx raised to n minus 1. That is the basic formula of differentiation. So I'll be marking an ash wherever you need to write down the formula and keep in a separate paper. So do that wherever I'm marking this ash. So now I have told you the basic formula for differentiation, and to apply that I'll take a variable x raised to 3. So x raised to 3 differentiation would be 3x raised to 3 minus 1, where n is equal to 3. Am I right? Because the power indicates the n value, which is 3 over here, right? So 3x raised to 3 minus 1 is 3x raised to 2. So this will be the normal method to differentiate using this formula. Any variable which involves x and any power which is raised to x, right? And now we also have some rules for differentiation. So what are these rules? There is product rule and there is quotient rule. Product rule and there is quotient rule. So what are these product and quotient rule? So I'll write it down. The product rule is when any two variables are going to be in multiplication and you want to differentiate those. And quotient rule is when any two variables are going to be in division and you want to differentiate those. So how do you do that? So for doing that, you have a basic formula. So whenever I'm writing anything raised to dash, so this dash indicates the differentiated answer. So for getting the differentiated answer for any two variables which are in multiplication, we use the product rule, which says that u dot v when you differentiate u dot v, you will be getting u dash v plus uv dash. So that is going to be the formula. This will be the differentiated answer for any two variables which are in multiplication, if at all you want to differentiate. And for any two variables which are in division and you want to differentiate those, the answer would be u dash v minus uv dash whole divided by v square. So over here, wherever I am putting any variable raised to dash and all, that indicates that the particular variable is differentiated. So I'll tell you, I'll explain these both in detail, and for now what I need you to do is, I need you to write this in the paper, in the formula sheet. I'm putting a ash over here. So now we will go into the depth of the differentiation and the product and the quotient rule. So first, to take product rule. So the product rule, we know, for example, I'm giving you two variables that is going to be any variable. It can be x raised to 4 dot x raised to 5. It can also be 3x into 6x square. So for and also it can be like 2x plus 1 into 3x plus 4. So all these will be uv. You have to give one u and another variable as v. Then you can use the product rule if at all both the variables are going to be in multiplication. The multiplication is indicated by this dot over here, right? So first I'll solve this. x raised to 4 dot x raised to 5. So apply UV rule. So consider this to be u and consider this to be v. We know the formula uv the whole dash will be equal to u dash v plus uv dash, right? So what is u dash v? So we have u as 2x, not 2x, sorry, we have u as x raised to 4, right, in this question. Let this be the question. So u we have as 4x raised to 4 and we have x raised to 5. So u dash is going to be 4x cube and v dash is going to be 5x raised to 4. Using the formula, x raised to n will be nx raised to n minus 1. What I've told is that whenever I'm putting u dash and v dash, you are differentiating u, the variable u. So what is the variable u I have taken? I have taken x raised to 4 as u, right? So du by dx, it is also indicated as u dash. That is the differentiated answer. So d by dx of x raised to 4, we know this formula, apply this formula and get 4x raised to 3. So that is what I have done over here. Similarly for v also, dv by dx I have done, which is going to be 5x raised to 4. That is what I have done here and got the answer. I hope this is understandable. And now nothing, you have found what is u, you know what is v, and you have u dash and you have v dash separately. So you have everything required for substituting this in the formula. So what is u dot v the whole dash? That is u dot v the whole dash. That is the final differentiated answer. You just have, you got to substitute everything in this formula. That is u dash v. U dash is 4x cube and u dash v is going to be x raised to 5 plus uv dash plus u. What is u? X raised to 4. V dash, what is v dash? 5x raised to 4. So you got to substitute that. And so what is the answer? So this is basic algebra which you got to do. 4x raised to 8 plus 5x raised to 8. So we can take x raised to 8 common, and you can also take 4 plus 5, which is 9. So the answer would be 9x raised to 8. So this will be your final answer, the differentiated answer, final answer. So using product rule, you can differentiate any two variables which are basically in multiplication. So this is about the product rule. And then we have something called as the quotient rule. So the quotient rule, again, as I have put above, the formula will be u by v the whole dash. Any two variables which are in division and you want to differentiate them, the formula would be u dash v minus uv dash whole divided by v square. This is the formula. I'm marking an ash over here so that you note it down. Now for doing the quotient rule, I'll take a question 2x plus 1 whole divided by 3x plus 5, say. So you know that there are two variables u and v. This is u and this is v, which are in division. You basically want to differentiate this whole equation. So how do you differentiate this whole equation? First you see whether the equation is in multiplication or division. If it is in multiplication, you follow the product rule, which I have mentioned over here, because product rule is for two variables in multiplication and quotient rule is for two variables which are in division. Over here the variables are in division. So what do you do when the variables are going to be in division? So when the variables are going to be in division, you use the quotient rule. So again, now what you got to do is you got to write what is u separately. U is going to be 2x plus 1 from this equation and v is going to be 3x plus 5, right? So you have to find out the separate differentiated answer for each. So u dash is going to be 2 into 1 plus 0, which is 2, and v dash is going to be 3 into 1 plus 0, v dash is going to be 3, and u dash is going to be 2. So this is the basic differentiation which we have done for u and v separately. So now after you get u dash and v dash separately, the differentiated answer for u and v separately, what you do is that you apply those in the formula. So the formula for quotient rule is over here, right? This is the formula. So the final answer, the final differentiated answer for this will be the formula where you substitute the the answers what you got in the formula. So u dash v, what is v? 3x plus 5 and minus u. U is over here 2x plus 1 u v dash. V dash is actually 3 whole divided by v square. remember in product rule we had a plus sign over here, but over here it's a minus sign. Along with that, the denominator is v square. So what is v over here? V is 3x plus 5, right? The whole square. So this is about it. And next you solve this basic algebra, that is 6x plus 10 minus 6x minus 3, right? Whole divided by 3x plus 5 the whole square. So the answer would be 6x getting cancelled. Then this answer would be 7 whole divided by 3x plus 5. So this will be your final differentiated answer for the particular equation which you wanted to differentiate. This is the question. So this is the final differentiated answer for the question. I hope you understood this. This is all about the product rule and the quotient rule. Both the product rule and the quotient rule are important. It is important for the upcoming the topics which we'll be discussing. So for today, we'll be done with this, and see you soon in the next class. Thank you.